Ladies and gentlemen, night is coming, and with it, a bunch of Slavic mythological horrors, all trying to destroy my small settlement of survivors. We need to build the settlement, protect the inhabitants, and then we need to prepare for what's going to attack us on the blood moon. Our mission is simple: survive as long as possible. Let's see if we can do it. Night is coming, and these poor people have no chance of survival by themselves. Well, at least not alone. But luckily they have me. So the first thing we're gonna do is build them some tents, but they're gonna need a few resources in order to do that, like straw and logs. So we're gonna send our people out. Now, while they're doing that, let's look at good old Lyubomir, which is, you know, budget Boromir. They want us to find copper and coal. You know what? You got it. Let's do that. That's going to be pretty much easy. All we have to do is send our warrior out into the woods to harvest resources. Effectively, come nighttime. Well, bad things happen at night, don't you know? But in this case, it's the blood moon. The blood moon's going to rise in 4 days, and we need to have what's required for us to survive. Now, we just found some coal, apparently. Hey, there it is. That's fantastic. All right. Oh, gosh. Okay. I've just stumbled across some field spirits. Now, this is the interesting thing. Everything in this land is hostile, including the turnips. I kid you not. Our warrior basically barely survived. So I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Night is Coming for sponsoring today's video. You can find out more about the game and get it for yourself using the link in the video description below. Like, everything is hostile, right? So by killing the infected turnips, we're able to farm. I'm gonna go ahead and give this man a little bit of a prayer, and I'm hoping that he'll be able to recover his health. But needless to say, like, every time you venture out from our altar here, things just get progressively more and more hostile and more dangerous. Survival's the name of the game. Now what we're gonna want is some warehouse, and there's our first tent. Look at that. Everybody's got their tents, which is going to help because, as you can see, it's raining and nobody wants to sleep out in the rain. That's basically a recipe for low morale. And in a world where everything's trying to kill you, including the turnips, low morale is, well, bad. Now, I'm actually going to create two sort of like workable areas with these warehouses. This top one is going to be all of my other resources, and this bottom one's going to be food. The reason for that is going to make sense in time. And look at that. Our warrior already is back up to full health, so we can send him scouting out again. Oh, look, we got some more infected turnips, which I should be able to dispatch. We're gonna want a second warrior. I do not want to get in a fight with a boar. There's already enough nasties out here. And I've got 10 people, and the tents only are able to like house 5 people. But before I go and get more, one of the things that we're gonna want to do is build a workbench. But we're desperately needing more logs. So as you can see, some of our people have tents to sleep in and others just kind of sleep on the grass. Now, one of the things we can do is adjust what our people are focusing on. And if they like hate something, like that breaks their heart, we'll just like cut it out of their work and we'll give them top priority on stuff they do like. Needless to say, like, this top bar is their workload and everyone's just got way too much work, but there's just a lot to be done. And what's interesting is I have terrible luck. Everybody loves weaving, but we have nothing to weave right now. Why couldn't you, like, constructing? Oh, snap. I accidentally found a fiend lair, which hopefully later in the game we'll be able to destroy. Run! Please don't chase me. Don't come back to my village. We're not ready to fight you. Our people are getting back to work. We're going to harvest some berry bushes, get more logs, and then I've also got my eyes on some mushrooms. Mushrooms and berries are going to be the early game food source for us here. Now something's going on at the altar. We need more warriors. Oh, hire a warrior and the warrior must not die. And if we get it, we get settlement spirit of 50 and some construction materials. We might as well take it. We're getting our first workbench, and that's going to give us access to some resources that are going to set us up to be able to get more advanced things like, well, stone blocks. Now I want I guess we haven't even harvested any stone, but we've got some nearby. So we'll take those 30 stone. And I think one of the things that we want to do is have a minimum firewood and minimum stone blocks. And now you can see, like, as long as the workbench is attached to the warehouse, they're able to like really be efficient with their work. So we still got 3 days. I feel like we're sort of slowish though. What do you need? You need coal, Stanislav? We'll go out and get it, man. Here it is. Just go ahead and like just get the coal. Now, I think it would be wise to start getting our barracks and military operations set up. As far as where we want to do that, I kind of wanted to do food down here. You know, I'm going to do the barracks like right here. And we're going to need more logs for it, which, don't worry, we going to get them. Like, you're just in a race against time right now. They're a little tired, so they could work. So let's work until exhausted. Some of you are going to work. So do you see this right here? It's an ash hag. I don't even think my workers can see it, but this thing will like literally suck their energy. And the only thing that I can do to really prevent that is, I guess, put a fire. So I can put a fire near their tent, but not really out far, like where they're harvesting materials. So it says settlers are about to die. We need to see what this is all about. Let's go to auto mode. Who's about to die? I need someone to love construction. Now we have all these spirit points and they can be used to help increase our workers' abilities. The next thing we're really gonna wanna get is the Sage Workshop, but it requires copper. And I'm not entirely sure we found copper yet. We have found copper. So Kamira and Vratislav have been negatively impacted. Vratislav, you get a rest. And Krenemira, you get a rest too. So go rest. Eat some food, go to your tents, enjoy yourselves. And the barracks has been built, so now we only have a couple people here. And since we don't have any immediate threats, well, I guess we can train one swordsman. But it converts a settler into a soldier, and then you don't have access. They can't go back to working. Now, the next thing to do is to build a Sage's Workshop, and it looks like we need a little bit more wood. And look at this. Look at the little red creepy eyes. Sometimes that means it's like, well, what we discovered, where it's one of these like fiendish layers. Oh, okay. So we've got 1 day until this blood moon and they're gonna be attacking this way. So we gotta make sure that we're gonna have enough warriors, and ultimately I think that's gonna be determined on if we can build this Sage Workshop before. Now what we need to do is find some straw to harvest, because we need that to finish. It looks like we ran out of straw. And we just reached a new settlement level by building the Sage's Workshop. And we can also upgrade that in the future, but this is where technological progress comes from. And I'm thinking what we'll want to do is get a spirit charm for this first night. Basically, it's like we can survive. So it's like, do we want the spirit charm or do we want to farm? I mean, farming would definitely help quite a bit, but there's also the military technology, which uses defense points, which we don't have any yet. I think it would make the most sense to do this spirit charm spell. Oh, this is good. A wanderer just showed up. So we're gonna accept you into the village, and I could make another militiaman, and we could build a fair, which would be good for rest periods. Well, here it is. The blood moon is coming. Did we at least build the fair before the blood moon came? We did. All right, everybody rest and be hearty yo-ho, because tonight we might die. Oh man, we're like out of food. Well, here they're coming, and I think if we use the spirit charm or maybe the scorching beam, that would be the way to deal with this. All right, so that helped quite a bit. The scorching beam basically just like eviscerated this one. Now what else do I have? Okay, I'll have to use the scorching beam. Oh, this guy's pretty much kaput. All right, let's do another scorching beam. Hopefully that doesn't burn everybody. Hey, look at that. We survived. I mean, the first attack, there actually might be more. So that's not good. We'll do a little bit of prayer here, which increases their regeneration attack speed. Oh, and the timing on that was pretty good because we've got 2 more little minions here and the prayer's just now done. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, I dare say I think we just barely survived night 1, or rather blood moon 1. So we got a cooldown on prayer, but they're regenerating their health. And I mean, I just gotta hope that we did enough. There are more coming. I think there's 2 of them. All right, I'm gonna wait to get them both. Woo, get eviscerated. And they've got like residual damage there. Okay, now the good part about this is we're getting that sort of like, the stuff that falls from the enemies is spirit elements and dark shards. So we can actually get a defense point now. It costs 1 dark shard for the first one. And that will allow me to unlock some stuff. And I think what we really, really need is to increase our army size. Because right now, I can't build any more troops because my army size is 2. So that's a bit of an issue. And the next blood moon is in 4 days. So the good news is we survived. The bad news is it was barely a survival. Now, the thing that we can do is we can craft some rods, metal rods. We have one in stock. We've got some firewood in stock, coal in stock. We've got a lot of the basic resources. What we need to do now is get a carpenter's workshop out here. Now, I think we have everything we need for that to build this carpenter's workshop. Because what I would love before the next blood moon is to get archers. But in order to do that, we're going to need to unlock archer tech, which we need 3 more dark shards. We can farm some enemies, but it'll be dangerous. We need to lower our people's workload so they're out of the red and more in the green to yellow. It's just in the early days when you don't have a lot of people, that's a little bit difficult. We're not doing any hunting, so we can cut that. Now, Vladislav is the one we gotta figure out. Even though you love weaving, there's nothing to weave, bud. Sorry. All right, that's everybody in the green and yellow. So now we can just have people on regular old work mode. They'll rest when they need to. This dang hag, the ash hag, was kicking, stealing our energy. So here we go. Let's check out the ash hag. So if we go to our bestiary here. So you can be saved by fire, a spirit shield, or prayer that grants warriors the power to destroy incorporeal creatures. So if we pray, can we actually kill this thing? Yeah! And look at that. We can get... Oh, and let's get the other one. They're just hanging out everywhere. Come here. This is going to get us the dark shards to unlock archers as well. So this is fantastic. Who thought, man? All it was going to take is a little bit of prayer. And they do, like, no damage. Okay. So that actually worked out incredibly well. There's another one up here. Let's see if we can't get it. Well, we've defended our realm from the ash hags. So let's go to the bestiary now. And we've killed 11. If we can kill 20 creatures, we can unlock just a little bit more information on these creatures. Now, there's all sorts of nasties out there. So the field spirits we should be able to find in abundance. But now that we get access to more warriors, I think swordsmen are necessary because militiamen are just incredibly weak. But look at this. Wait a minute. We didn't get any dark shards. Biscuits. Hey, look. More little farming turnips. But we can upgrade the altar to level 2. And we can even upgrade it to level 3. So we might as well do that. All it takes is just someone to, like, build it up with what looks like just logs. Got more ash hags out here. I tell you what, the level of threat and just, like, the constant fear of being overwhelmed by your enemies in this game is quite considerable. What you need? We can give her... Oh, we're going to give her berries. I guess we'll give her mushrooms. She'll come to the town, and all we got to do is make sure that she has enough mushrooms, which we can always get more. Oh, dude, look at this. This thing is just draining my settlement spirit. Oh, but we can't pray. And the fire won't do anything. I need to get something that will, like, defeat these ash hags other than prayer because the cooldown period is pretty rough. I think the trick will be to build up an army capable of defeating the night hag, who's got 1,500 health, mind you, and she recharges her life. We took her down to like a third, but she's just like, no, that's not a big deal. All right, that's kind of like a monster boss there. There we go. That's what we needed. We got 9 dark shards. Okay, we're gonna have to do a little bit more fighting. Scorched them. All right, that should work. We still have 3 days till the next one. Nope, guys, come on back. Get back to base. And that should give us what we need in terms of getting the defense point to unlock archers. I think the only downside is like casting spells uses my spirit. And since my settlers aren't necessarily the happiest right now, generating a lot of spirit is a little bit tricky. So what we want to do now is unlock a farm, but we need 250. Ooh, shoot. Well, we'll train another warrior. So our army is about a size of 3. And we're getting attacked. We're trying to, like, wreck our buildings. How rude. How rude. Oh, shoot. Is that the mama? Yeah, that's the night hag. Okay, we're not ready to deal with her. I'm wondering if we can't damage this. Oh, we're going to be able to take it out. The Timber Fiend layer. That should be a pretty big boon. Gonna need to harvest more mushrooms, I think, in order to, like, keep the, like, to be able to live up to our side of the bargain here. To attract these people into town. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. But we are running out. This just goes to show you that we're going to need to start farming real soon. But in order to do that, we need to keep generating more spirit. Oh, you know what I could do, though? I've got 35 dark shards. I could get 100 here, get that, and then unlock the farm. We're good to go. So at this point, I want an archer, but in order to get that, I'll also need to get my carpenter to produce some planks. Boards here, and for that, we'll need logs, of which we're out. It's a constant balance of getting more and more resources, of like the basic resources to then get the better resources. But you also need to balance like your ability to defend yourself, right? So it's this game requires like, I think, a lot of skill and sort of strategic planning, specifically in sort of workers. Where do you need your workers at what time, and which jobs to prioritize? But we'll upgrade the barracks, which will be pretty cool, and hopefully that'll allow us to build our archers. Now, as long as I don't let vengeance, which is going to happen from harvesting resources and going out exploring and just basically getting into shenanigans, as long as I don't do that, oh shoot, we've got some hags, so we're going to go ahead and pray and then start hacking them up, because there are a lot. Like, look, they're right here. Yeah, time to die. But we're just going to clear them all out. They don't really do a lot of damage, but look at this. They're literally just stealing our spirit right out from us, out of our people. Like, our energy, our spirit, like, that comes at the night. Like, this isn't even a blood moon. It's just like mosquitoes that instead of stealing your blood, they just like, they do worse. Wait, hold on. We've got something way down here. Hopefully that's a new person that we can bring in. Now, I'm worried that we might be walking into a little bit of a trap. Yeah, as one does. But we will get Dark Shard, which we're able to convert. All right, what do you need? Let's give you... Everybody loves mushrooms. So that's Vladimir the Settler. What do you like, Vladimir? What gives you joy? Blacksmithing. Okay. Got a whole lot of people who like blacksmithing. So Vladimir just arrived in town, and the next blood moon is here. And guys, I'm not sure if we've got what it takes. We can't train the archers yet, so we're gonna have to get a new warrior and hope that these 4 warriors is enough. Remember that we had 2 and we barely survived, so this is gonna be a little bit exciting, you know. It has been nice knowing you, but here's the good part. Hey, the barracks is done. So how much we've got? Okay, Spirit Charm doesn't use a lot. So here's the thing. We have 235. We're not gonna be able to unlock any more spells just yet, and I don't think we can purchase any more people because our army size is limited by our research. Where would the next upgrade there be? Army size +1 right here. Okay, so it's like throughout the first tier we could get an army size of 5, and then over here +3. Ooh, that'd be really good. Just bam. So I think we could have a maximum army size of 6, if I'm not mistaken. So if we survive tonight, we should have enough dark shards to get some more defense points. So I guess one of the other things that we could do is work on defense, but at this point we could build stockades and gates, but we wouldn't be able to block in the entire compound, not in time, nor would we have enough resources to do that. We've basically just been like eking out basic survival here. Oh, look at that. Spirit generated per day is 336. That's fantastic. So our population... Now, as long as vengeance doesn't rise, we'll also be able to complete that mission. We've got enough food, and everyone's got their jobs to do. So I think worst comes to worst, we'll just pull back to basically our altar, and we'll fire off Spirit Charm. And that should keep the enemies from being able to get in. Wait, I didn't do that. I didn't build that. I don't think I did. Do we have vision? Do we have vision? Hey, a new person. Oh, that's awesome. Get in here. Not that I can hire you for my army, but, you know, at least you'll join the village. We're all friends here. We're having a great time. What's your name? It's Dragutin. We will accept you. You've arrived precisely at the right time to either see us achieve a glorious victory over our second blood moon, or we all die. And you'll die with us. Now, there are some pretty cool defensive techs, like defensive tower for one, but we don't have any of the defensive points, and we've had to use a lot of our dark shards just to get enough technology because those ash hags were stealing it. I'm telling you, if you want a very, very challenging game, this is it. The blood moon is drawing closer. I'm not nervous. You're nervous. Now, what I love about this is, like, everyone's got their own thoughts. Like, some of them are like, life is wonderful. And that's honestly, like, as sort of, like, the person who's in charge of the settlement, like, I take a lot of pride in that. The fact that, like, they think life is wonderful despite, you know, the foreboding doom that is about to befall us. Now, I guess what we could do is, you know what, everybody take the day off. Let's go ahead and celebrate and rest. That actually might be able to generate more spirit. And we just got 450, so I think that's enough here. Now, what I could do is... Oh, hunters would be really good to get, like, deer and stuff. Undying campfire. But honestly, the thing that would be the best is unlocking one of these crops. The issue I'm finding is I've actually got sort of like either turnips or pumpkins. So it's like, which of these do we think would be better? And I've got a farm, but I've got no fields sown. So I think what we should do is go with turnips. And we just got, what, 20 turnip seeds actually? So, oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is plant, I think we want it a little bit bigger. Yeah, that looks more like it. And I'll put it like right here. And here comes the blood moon. The blood moon has risen. Now, vengeance is at 88. So I'm curious if, like, during this battle, if we're going to have, now, if vengeance is going to rise above 100. So I think what we do is, oh my gosh, guys. I've only got enough spirit for maybe 2 scorching beams, and I think we're going to need 3. So that may have been not the best time to research turnip farming. Okay, here it is. So, oh shoot, that's unfortunate. All right, we're going to be able to win this pretty handily, I'd say. 4 warriors is definitely better. All right, everybody pray. That'll help our regeneration, remember? And before the next wave attacks is like right here. There's 2, 3, 4. Okay, one of those. We can just quickly smash these ones. Oh, and we can get out of the way of this like spewing of fire. That's like their special ability. So just getting out of the way is clutch. There's a bit of a micromanage that's required here. 19 dark shards. Man, I really want to increase my army size. In order to do that, we will need 6 more dark shards, and then I just come to the Sage's Workshop, and that should be adequate. Okay, that's actually quite a bit. Now, we're in Barontown. We've got 60 spirit, so if we can cluster these guys up, what I want to do is trigger... Whoa, get out of there, get out of there! Let's trigger them up, and let's get the Scorch Beam ready, and get as many of them as possible. We'll Scorch Beam 3 of them. Okay, the micro on that was just enough to survive. Now, I think when those guys die, did it look like sort of like spores spewed off them? And did I take damage from that? Okay, that's quite a bit of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. Okay. We're gonna have to employ the same strategy. No, that's 6 total enemies. Okay. Let's just trigger the... Okay, here we go. That actually... Alright. Oh, my militia. Run! He died! No! You fought bravely. Alright, we need to replace him. Yeah, getting new people is like really, really hard. What? We need people now. We can't get them. Uh-oh. We'll just have to fight the good fight. Survive. All right, come on. Can we... Okay, that actually should be enough. Dark Shard to get a defense point, which would allow me to increase my army size. But honestly, that's not what we need right now. Ooh, we could increase combat experience. So there's army size 2. There's another army size 3. This would get me army size 3. It's like... Ooh, a knight would be massive. Settlement's level's too low in order to get that, though. This is level 3. Oh, yeah, so then, of course, I won't be able to get this. Because the settlement has to be level 4. And how to upgrade the settlement, I believe, is by doing that. Guys, how are we doing? Are we dead yet? Are we dead yet? This poor ragtag group of troops. Now, what is good is Vengeance did not go up. And what is also good is, well, it's not good that we don't have enough for a Scorching Beam, but we do have enough for a Spirit Charm. Oh my gosh. Guys, we survived the Blood Moon. We survived it. That is fantastic. All right, well, let's unlock the Sage's Workshop. We're gonna need 4 planks. Hey! And we just got a massive reward of Spirit and Dark Shards. I guess I can go ahead and spend 10 of my Dark Shards to get 100, and I'll take that. The incremental increase is brutal, so I could grow flax or I could grow fertility. A spell that accelerates the growth of agricultural crops. How are we doing on food? Honestly, we have a lot right now. So I don't think that's where we need to spend our upgrade point. We could do hunting. We could do undying campfire. Ooh, increases the settlers' movement and work speed. I think any like that, that's probably a really good one to have. We're going to pray. We're going to pray. We can train a warrior, but we cannot train an archer. I'm curious as to what resource we're missing. I sort of have a feeling that what you need is... I think you need metal rods. And is it like copper? You usually need to have those two things, but we should have that. We've got 12 copper ore. Oh, you know, I know what we need. This is obvious. We need a forge. That's what we need. Course. All right, so we'll always have a base of stone and ore. And my thinking is we don't go out and explore until we have a few more soldiers. But look at this. We do have our turnips growing. So that's awesome. And I feel like everybody's pretty happy. We're generating a lot of spirit. My hope is that we can really, really get ahead of the next wave here, of the next blood moon. Strengthening the settlement. Raise the settlement to level 3 in 3 days. All right. Well, I can do that. Yeah, we should be able to do that. And this one. Destroy the old well. Dark shards 50. We just have to do that at all. Rescue the settler from captivity before they die. Okay. That's going to be tricky. I really want to do that. Accept the wanderer in 5 days. Where are you, wanderer? Accept wanderers. Yeah, I'm all about it. Oh, but we can only have one active quest. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to have all 3 of them. But, you know, what are you going to do? I think unlocking an enchanter would be really good. They're like sort of like wizards. Let's get a defense point and actually get like this. We're going to make our soldiers even better. Man, if we would have accepted this one first, we would have gotten 30 mushrooms, and then we probably could have done this. Oh, I need planks. That's the issue. We should just, or boards rather. We should just have like a minimum of 2. You know, we could do a little exploring. What's the worst that could happen? We all die. Yes, that is the worst that could happen. Oh my God, that is a lot. Okay, so the Timber Fiend layer. Jeez, that's like as big as a Blood Knight. If I get like 2 archers, I think we could take the hag. That's sort of like what I really have my eyes set on right now. Destroy the old well, kill the hag wherever she may be. What is this? A revenant. Let's kill it, you little nasties. Okay, that thing's got a lot of health. Yeah, we're not, I don't think we're ready to fight the hag. Oh, she's coming. Run! Run. Oh my God. She wanted to fight. All right, it's one of those moments where I feel like I need everybody like on their jobs. We got to get these up and running. What the heck is this? The mushroom people are attacking. Oh, that's like a boss. Okay. Well, that was kind of scary. Yeah, I think the issue was we raised our settlement level too high, so when we got this mission, it was like, raise the settlement again. Oh, shoot. Is that an ash hag? Oh my gosh, they're just wrecking us. This person looks cursed. Oh, you know what it was? His vengeance got to 100, so like the enemies just started pouring in. But we survived. Now, once they're done with these training dummies, okay, we need the planks. They just arrived, or rather they're being worked on. Slowly but surely. Holy biscuits, that's a big attack. Dude, this is just not good. Vengeance level 100 is bad news bears. I would much rather be dealing with bears than like these things. We need regeneration up massively. We need another warrior. We need a hero. All right, 2 days until my turnips are fully ripe. You can pick them early and get crop, but if you wait till they're ripe, obviously you're gonna get like a more efficient yield, and that's what I'm interested in right now. Oh, what's this? Hey, we need more and more people. I want to get an upgrade where I could just like get lots of people. Like, yes, get 58 more people. I was like, yes, please. I would like 58 more people. I can put them to work. Holy crud, man. Where are these coming from? I've got to clear them out. Okay, there must be, yep, there's a camp right over there. You can just sort of tell by like their patrol patterns. So the question is, if it's Vengeance 100, they're just going to keep attacking anyway. Oh, wow. Like, look at that. Oh, snap. Okay, hold on. You never know, man. Oh, I tried to blast a bunch of them. Ooh, let's just do it. Let's just do it to them. There we go. Okay. Yes. All right, we basically killed them all, and we're going to be able to deal with this, get rid of it. Heck yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what you get for marauding my village, all right? We're just going to destroy you, Mr. Forest Vengeance. Sending in your little mushrooms. And we got to level 4 on the altar. Guess we got to level 3 on our settlements, but not enough. Metal rods. We've got 2 of those. Iron weapon crafting. General improvements. You need a whole lot of the basic resources. But, you know, I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Like, I feel like it could be way worse. If I go to the carpenter's workshop, I can get my cogwheels. I'll put in an order of those. If I go to the forge, I'll be able to get those 2 metal parts, which I need iron ore. So let's see if we can't find some iron ore. Coal, stones. Where are you, iron? I know you're out there, and I'm gonna find you. A lot of time I found in the past, there's iron ore right next to this thing. Okay, guess they'll die. There's the hag. And then we'll clear out this area for harvesting of the iron ore. Beautiful. Now, the vengeance is at 120. Not good, but we really need the iron. And the vengeance, they're destroying our houses. This is what I get for clearing out the way to get the iron. Oh, watch out for the, whatever that is. Acid spray, fire breath, you know, one of the 2. Now, the good news is the carpenter workshop will allow us to, like, we can craft construction materials, which we have 24, so that's like, that allows us to repair. Something's attacking, or is about to attack. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, man, you do not want vengeance over 100. They just came in and cleared that house out immediately. It's because they're avenging the layers that we destroyed. The altar's at level 4. We've got that little wooden cog done. What is that? Oh, you son of a biscuit. The ash hag basically like turned Milana into like, you know, a slow walking zombie. What was that? Oh my gosh, not more. Dude, we lost all of our houses. The vengeance. We have 0 spirit. I mean, I thought we were doing a good job. I thought we were doing what was necessary. Is this, excuse me? I can't battle. Oh, we don't have the wood. Okay, the ash hag's gone finally. Wow, okay. Well, what we need to do is build up a whole lot of tents because we lost all of them. That was catastrophically bad. And we're still dealing with incursions. I don't know. Maybe we bit off more than we could chew, and we only have 4 workers left. I think these are dire times. But you guys gotta remember, that night is coming, and man is it full of terrors. So I want to say a big shout out and thank you once again to Night is Coming for sponsoring today's video. If you love a good defense game and you want to survive against Slavic horrors in a classic settlement defense game, well, check out the link in the video description below. Let me know if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.